Well, guys, this is gonna be one of my last times recording one of these in my basement, in my closet. You didn't really think we were done, huh? Yeah, after this week I'll be heading back to college, but I'll still be doing one of these every Friday. And as much as I wanted to start this episode with the primary topic, there's some stuff to go over like that, as well as the background footage. I really tried, guys. I really did to find some Black Ops 2 gameplay. I really wanted some Black Ops 2 gameplay for this video, but alas, I couldn't find a match. And I took it as a sign. A sign that, maybe I wasn't ready for a match. So, it's a metaphor, in a way. This loading screen. You might see it again, me and Fancy Ace here, waiting for a game, waiting for the next match. Just like in life. Right now, I'm kind of in between. I'm not really doing anything. I'm just waiting for the next match, waiting for my semester to start. So that's why we've got a loading screen, and I don't really think the gameplay matters all too much for these. I don't really try to get good gameplays or anything like that. So what's the difference if it's a loading screen? The only thing I changed about this is I put some music in the background. I was like, dang, what song should I put? And decided to go with Sticker Brush Symphony from Donkey Kong Country 2. And if you ever go to any version of this song, you can look up any video of this song on YouTube, and you go to the comments, and people will be like, "Internet checkpoint," and they'll just give you their whole life story. They'll tell you everything. They'll tell you where they're at right now, the good and the bad. And it's just one of those crazy things you see on the internet, and part of the reason why I really like the internet. But obviously, there's a lot of stuff not to like. But not what we're here to talk about today. In fact, I've got a different topic. This video could go on for as long as possible. I have an hour of footage here of this loading screen. I really didn't get into a game after an hour. Me and Fancy Ace, we stick it out the whole time. But starting the video, for real. This is the start of the video. I'm going to read this out, and then we're going to talk about it. Dear Jay Schlatt, I've been watching the old weekly slaps lately, and man, it's like you're an entirely different person. Have you ever gone back and watched them? It seems like the main purpose of a channel like that would be to take a snapshot of your thought process and feelings at the time. Well, at least that's why I started my own Call of Duty commentary channel. Anyway, I'll cut to the chase. You talk a lot about how you had to sacrifice a lot to get to where you are today. Relationships, experiences, maybe even your own convictions. I just wanted to ask you one question. Was it worth it? An old fan, Batty Shogun. That's a email I wrote a couple days ago, and I would have sent it to him, but I don't think his weekly slap email is open anymore. I literally don't think you can send him emails anymore. At least I couldn't find where you're supposed to do that. But yeah, I wrote it out, and it's a real question I've been wondering about recently. A lot. I've been thinking about this a lot. This whole YouTube thing, Is it really worth it? Is what I'm doing worth the time? Or will I look back on it and wish I spent all my time doing something else? And I feel like Jay Schlatt is the perfect person to ask this, because he talks about it a lot in his old weekly slaps. And man, if you go back and watch some of them, they're heart crushing, man. You go back and you listen to him talk about how, oh, he's never gonna sell out, he's never gonna make YouTube videos just for the views, and then you look at where he is today, and at least I am just extremely disappointed compared to the path he could have taken. But yeah, that's why this question, was it worth it, is really split up into two parts for you, Jay Schlatt. I know he'll never see this, but I'm gonna pretend like he will. So yeah, the first part, before you made it big, before was it a tribute to Minecraft was the biggest video ever made and launched your career. He talks about how he has to sacrifice a lot. He took so much time out of his life that he could have been, experiencing other things, meeting other people, that, it was a significant chunk of his life. It was a lot of time put into this YouTube channel. It wasn't just one video and he made it. It was years of straight grinding, trying to make it happen. And I'm sort of in that process right now. And I think when you put so much time into anything, part of me wants to believe that you shouldn't have any doubts about it. You shouldn't really second guess yourself if you're putting that much time into something. But the other part of me thinks, no, it only makes sense to doubt yourself when you're putting so much time into something. How could you not somewhere down the road? And that's really the question. Was it worth it? Say you make it big on YouTube, cool, that's great, you're big on YouTube, but is it worth all the time it took to get there? All the people that you had to sacrifice to get there. That sounds really bad. But you know what I mean. All the relationships you missed out on, all the experiences you could have had spent towards this YouTube channel. And it's not like building a YouTube channel is a bad experience. I'm sort of in the process of it right now. But when it comes to what you could be doing, maybe it's not as worth it. I just don't know. And the second part of this, was it worth it, is after he made it big and after he decided to change his content style. Now, if you don't know, I'm a huge fan of the J Schlatt channel. The actual channel, just called J Schlatt. Every single video on there, except for the last one, I think is a banger. I think is incredible. Even the one where he's just feeding his lizard or whatever. And apparently he used to have some older commentary videos on there, but I guess he privated them. So you can't go back and watch those anymore, but I'm sure they weren't that bad. But I just wanted to ask, was it worth it? From an outsider's perspective, I'm not going to pretend like I know J Schlatt. I'm not going to pretend like I understand his position, but I would just want to know, that shift in content from the stuff that I can respect to the stuff that I can't. One obviously gets so much more views, reactions and whatever, but it's just a lot. It's not scummy, but it's a lot less passionate, I would say. And obviously he's made a lot of money from that. A lot of money from that change, but was it really considered a good decision in his life? Is it what he would have done if he could go back and do it all over again? Or would he continue the path of the J Schlatt channel, Every video has to be a quality one every time. You have to put everything into every video. I don't know. And that's the question I really have no perspective on, because I'm not even in that position. I have no position there, My YouTube channel hasn't taken off, I should say. Not yet, anyway. I'm still hoping, but there's 100,000 other people like me, right? What is it? 4,000 hours of content gets uploaded to YouTube every minute. That's a staggering number. And today, or not today, a couple days ago, I posted a new video. Spent quite a bit of time on it. I played through 9 Assassin's Creed games and uploaded a video talking about them, and it's doing pretty well. Checked earlier tonight, and it had about 700 views, and 700 views is a lot. Imagine 700 people in a room. That's a lot. That's a huge number of people. But it's just so overcast by the 170,000 view tower that is my Destiny video, and it's tough, It's tough to take pride in my successes when they haven't been as good as my biggest one. And the only thing I can really do is just keep trying, right? Maybe someday I'll break past that barrier, but maybe someday I won't. Maybe I'll never make a video like that again, and I don't know. It kind of scares me. What happens if you do make all those sacrifices? You do put in all that time. You miss out on all those things, and you still don't make it. What then? Could you even try to debate whether it was worth it? Could you even try to ration with yourself and say, no, it was worth my time, if by the numbers it wasn't really a success? Maybe by your own standards you did make 100 great videos, 200, 300, 400. You made the best YouTube video on the platform. But if it doesn't get views, could it really be considered a success? It's tough. It's a tough thing to really wrap your head around here, and that's why I feel a little lost. That's why we're here on the Black Ops 2 loading screen, waiting for the next match, huh? But that's all I had to say for today. Let me know what you guys think. If you've got a YouTube channel or something else you're passionate about, and you're still on that road to mastery or success, do you think it's worth it? Do you know it's worth it? But yeah, that's all the time I've got for today. One day I hope to talk over this 1 hour long loading screen, but today is not that day. Be sure to send me a question if you got one at my email, battytalks@gmail.com. And yeah, I will see you guys all next Friday. Peace.